So I'll start pitching the storyline here while everyone's finalizing their characters. But you guys are going to be in the desert lands of Akkal, coming from the northern lands. So you're heading south into the desert. And there's a dangerous crossing that you have to go through called the crossing, which is just a really big land of sand dunes that stretch as far as the eye can see. And there's all kinds of, magical dangers that lurk there. So everyone who crosses always waits for a guide. So you have each been hired, each of your characters, by the League of Far Reach to transport a small treasure chest across this crossing and bring it to the city of Dior. So you guys all meet at this it's like a little bunker made of stone. It's just 1 story tall, and it has a simple red flag on it, kind of in the desert. And you guys have all followed maps to come here and wait for your guide across the desert. So as everyone arrives, you can describe your characters. We'll start with Katie, if you want to describe what your character looks like to everyone else.
Okay. Let me pull up my photo here.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Oh, wait. I was just going to use the photo. Never mind. Okay. So I'm a rabbit, right?
Yes.
A medium one.
Yes.
Kind of hefty, short, and stout.
Nice. What color are your eyes?
Okay. Blue eyes.
Nice.
And red fur.
Ooh. I always picture gray or white when I think of rabbits, so that's cool.
Not this rabbit.
I like it.
Not your average rabbit.
I love it.
Yeah.
Very cool. And she's carrying a big bow and what was it? Oh, and a hand axe. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So Caleb, do you want to describe your character to the party?
Sure. So Vikor is a Vidalcan artificer. He is probably about 6'2". He's blue. He's blue skinned, has blue eyes. He also has kind of ornate, I would say ornate, like, what's the right word? Like metal that's around his head that he crafted himself.
Like a headband, but metal. I like this.
Yeah.
Cool.
And he is currently wearing scale mail.
Ooh.
So it's a mix of like leather from an animal, and then some interwoven, very intricate designed chainmail that's in with this leather.
Nice.
And carries a quarterstaff that has some pretty big dents in it from some fights that he may or may not have been in, and then carries a crossbow on his hip.
Nice. Very cool. Sydney, would you like to describe your character to the party?
Sure. She is nobility, so she's dressed pretty fancy, but her family maybe fell out of favor. So some of her stuff is like last couple seasons ago. Outfit, long blonde hair, purple eyes.
Very cool.
Very tiny.
Very tiny. Nice. That's awesome. What color are the clothes she's wearing?
Let's go with white to go with the white hair and the sand.
Oh, very cool. Okay. Awesome. And Carey, would you like to introduce your character?
Yes. So hobbling out of the desert is a 5 foot tall, gray skinned, snow white hair dwarf who has a club, like kind of like a gun stock club that he's currently using as a bit of a cane to travel with. And he's wearing, if you've ever seen the Inuit sunglasses that are like, basically they're almost like a leather blindfold with a slit to protect against the sun. He's wearing those like leather armor that was definitely dark at one point, but has been so just sun bleached and just like out in nature so much that it's it's patchy. It's almost camouflage without meaning to be.
Nice.
And he's just grumbling over this hill, probably the last one to get there. to be entirely honest. Like just very much muttering to himself and very angry about his current situation.
Nice. And Will, let's describe your character to the party.
Yeah, so what was the name? Rogzit.
Yes.
Rogzit is kind of a at first glance looks a bit to be stout, but it's more of just he's wearing kind of a lot, especially for this weather, kind of big, heavy armor, like looks like you're just kind of sweating looking at him, but he just strolling along, head up. You hear him before you see him, just everything like clanking along. His armor is kind of worn down, like he's been around for a while, but it's like been taken care of, like mostly just like polished. It has a big symbol of the healer just embroidered across the chest plate. And he has just like a big mace at his hip and is just up in a chipper mood, just kind of humming along, singing a song in some language that nobody understands.
Nice. Well, do you guys all see each other around this little like bare bones bunker? Do you guys introduce yourselves or talk to each other?
Ah, fuck. More people. Why did I not expect that there should be more people here?
Oh, this is
Fuck
going
it.
to make the trip a little bit more fun.
I would say so, especially if you don't talk to me. Now I'll be going inside this bunker here.
And I just like pat him on the back as I walk by.
Touch me again and you'll lose your foot.
Oh, you're a feisty one. Oh,
And you're a stupid one, I see.
Well, Kratos' light will shine on all of us.
And I just kind of like hobble inside the bunker and sit down.
I take it you guys are going across the desert as well.
Yep. Going across the desert, just trying to find some more knowledge along the way. But Vigor, I stand back, like resting on the quarterstaff, just kind of casually watching everyone, observing them.
Oh, you guys are a talkative bunch.
I'm going to
Wait,
pop out the
I
door
have a
and say,
question.
sorry.
Sorry.
I suppose that was rude of me. My name's Laird.
Hello.
Oh. Hello, friend.
Are we all on the same quest with the box, or was that just Sydney and I?
No, every single one of you has gotten a box from the League of Far Reach. So you could ask them, Katie, to be like, do all of you have a box to deliver?
Ah, good one. Okay. Yes. Do all of you have a box to deliver?
That depends who's asking. And are you willing to roll for it?
Yes. And I am
I pull-
Aurora Barbarian.
That's a very interesting name. Now,
Thank
if
you.
you'd like to wager that box, and I'm going to hold out a pair of like really shabby bone dice.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come on. All right. Tell you what. You're the first one here, so you get to pick the number.
So wait, what is that? If we roll that number, does that mean you?
Number between 1 and 12.
Okay, I'll do 7.
Pick another number than 7. I'm kidding. And I'm gonna roll, and they just come up on 9. It's like, well, looks like you lost. You're gonna have to give me your box then.
Okay. Could I fight for the box?
Do whatever you want. You
always
it's
could.
D&D. You guys can just do whatever you just tell me what you're doing, and I'll let you know what happens.
All right.
That'd be a really quick way to lose my character. So go for it.
I'm trying to think of something to do here. I'm looking at my.
I intervene to try to stop the situation before I
Nice.
did it.
I see. I have another taker.
I don't want your box. I just don't want you two to kill each other before we even get to our destination.
Are you sure you wouldn't like to bet on it?
Very.
She kills me. She kills me if I roll anything other than a 9. What do you say about that?
Actually, yes.
Perfect. And I roll the dice and it's a 9 again. Looks like I win. I win the box and I win your box for good measure. That was part of the deal.
I didn't agree to that part.
I did, so give it over.
I'm gonna try to see if I can tell if these are like weighted dice.
Yeah, roll a perception check, Will.
Since I have D&D Beyond up,
Are they weighted dice, Carey?
They're absolutely weighted dice.
Okay.
That's the only reason I haven't been rolling.
Come on, dice roller feature.
Katie and Sydney, I'll show you guys how to roll dice when it comes up for your characters.
Okay.
You can do it in D&D Beyond, so you don't need to have physical dice. It'll roll for you and apply your stats and everything, which is cool. Well, while Will's examining the dice from afar, you guys notice a very tall, broad-shouldered, kind of plain-looking guy. He looks kind of like Channing Tatum, just kind of like a walking potato, pretty much. And he just kind of comes up, and you see him crest over the hill and walk down, and he's in like knight's armor with like kind of purple pauldrons and some silver and stuff. And he walks up and goes, "Are you all making the crossing with these special boxes?" And he has a box too.
I'll say yes and ask what his name is.
My name is Haman. I am from the kingdom of Perelthan. Pleased to meet you all.
Do you know why we've been gifted these boxes?
Well, the League of Far Reach said they'd pay us if we took them to Dior. I'm here to make some money since I have been cast out of my kingdom for reasons I don't want to get into.
I pop out the doors like, so you fucked a sheep then?
Absolutely not. I'm an honorable knight, sir.
Yep, definitely fucked a sheep.
He turns bright red and just blushes and is quiet.
Now you see, ladies, that's how you know when someone's lying, when they turn red the second that you throw out any accusation at them.
Haman looks like he might draw his sword at you, but then you guys see another figure coming who is clad in black leather with a simple like white shemagh over his head and a longbow strapped on his back. And he's coming from the south. So he's coming from the Sand Dunes crossing. And he approaches you guys and says, "I'm Vilken, your guide. Are you, how many, are we waiting for any others?"
I have no idea.
Well, that's an honest answer. He looks at you all and says, "Rest up for the day. At night, we'll make the crossing."
Well, that's just fine by me.
Cool. Inside the bunker, you guys find some like sandbags and stuff that you can make bedding out of, but it's not super comfortable. And Vilken, the crossing shepherd, he says, we should keep watch in case there's any giant creatures around. So we should take turns doing watch duty. I'll go first. Who wants to go second?
I'll go second.
Very well, my blue friend. You may go second. In the meantime, sleep. Enjoy being in the shade. The crossing will be difficult, and you'll all need your strength. So, do any of you guys sleep? You'll have to roll to see if you attempt to sleep because it's not very comfortable.
I'm going to roll to sleep because I'm used to these conditions given my past.
You're right.
Sketchy past.
So roll a survival check. If you go on your character sheet and click on the, if you go to survival, which is going to be in the bottom center, do you see where it should say like a plus? Yeah, click the little plus sign. It should roll for you.
Okay, got an 8. So it says check.
Yep. So you rolled an 8, which is it's a scale of 1 to 20, and the higher you get, the better you do. So an 8's not super good. So being around all these strangers and being like inside something, even though it's more pleasant inside than in the desert heat, you're like not able to fall asleep. These guys all seem weird. You're keeping an eye on Laird over there. You're like, that guy seems strange. So Katie, you don't fall asleep. You're kind of staying awake. Would the rest of you all like to roll survival checks to see if you're able to sleep while Vilken is guarding outside?
DM, I've set up these sandbags in something of an armchair fashion because that is usually how I sleep. Legs out, just like my good old lazy boy at home. And you said that was survival.
Yes.
That would be an 11.
So with an 11, you're not quite able to get it. There's like a lump in your lower back and you're not quite able to fall asleep either.
Well, this sucks.
I rolled the 13.
You are able to fall asleep.
I don't even like lay down in the sleeping bag. I just kind of lean up against the wall. Still in the armor.
Nice.
Vicor is unable to.
I'm staring daggers at you because you're stealing. Because you're stealing my bit. I'm the one that sleeps upright. I'm a ranger.
Yeah, I'm unable to sleep as well. Just anxious to get on with my next watch.
Cool. Sydney, how about you?
I rolled a 7, so I believe that means I'm also unable to sleep because I am not used to these conditions. So I'm just like picking at the bedding, like, ooh.
Yeah, you're like, this is pretty rugged, not comfortable at all.
Oh, also I had gotten 13 on that perception check earlier.
Oh, so yeah, you can tell those are weighted dice for sure.
And I definitely
Absolutely.
tell everyone that they were weighted dice.
Tell them in character. I want to see how it goes down.
Hey, you're cheating with that, trying to steal those box from the fine companions.
I wouldn't call it cheating. Those are very poorly made weighted dice. Any idiot could see that.
Well, clearly,
I was testing to see if anybody would pick up that I had weighted dice. You never know when you're going to meet the charlatan out in the dunes.
Well, since the dice wasn't fair, I want the box back and the bet's off.
Oh, you gave me the box. I wasn't aware of that. And I'm just like putting the box slowly in my bag.
I'm just in disgust.
Suddenly, Vilken, the guide, pops his head in and goes, "Everyone, there appear to be a pack of ravenous hyenas descending upon us. I need you all to ready your weapons, and we are going to defend this compound. Is everyone okay with that?"
Here, Rabbit, take your box back. We've got shit to do.
So I need everyone to roll initiative because there is a pack of hyenas descending upon you. So if you go to your character sheet, and like for Katie's, it says +4. It'll be kind of in the center. It says initiative. Click that, and it'll give you a number, and we can go from there.
Josh, can you see the numbers that we roll when you roll them in D&D Beyond?
I think if I go in the campaign, there's a log I can do, but you guys can
Yeah,
just read them off to me.
Yeah, we
up
can
in
see
the
everyone
top
else's.
well, I think we know who's going first.
Yeah.
Wait, how do I see this? I feel left out now.
It's right next to the anvil for
there
changing
it
the
is.
character.
I see it. So initiative roll for Vicar is a 9.
I'm gonna switch over.
Rogzit, what's your dex compared to Vicar?
My dex is a 10.
What's your dex, Caleb?
12.
Okay, so Caleb will go first between the two. And Carey, what was your initiative roll?
Ooh.
I rolled a 9 + 2, 11 total.
Okay,
and
nice.
Really quick, not to interrupt the flow here, but I just realized we need a couple of us have spells to pick.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
Katie and Sydney, you do not have spells to pick, so don't worry about that.
The druid does have spells.
Oh, actually, Sydney, okay, you do have spells. Let me help you choose those real quick here.
Okay.
Katie specifically, if you don't forget it, or anybody on the list, if you have weapons and armor, you need to go to your inventory and click the little box next to them in order to have them on your little attack action stuff. So don't forget
I selected their boxes on there when I added their inventory, Carey.
Got it.
So they should be good to go. Thank you for catching that, though. So, Sydney, for spells, you actually get to learn 6 different spells.
Wow.
Yes. So let me share my screen so I can help you choose those real quick.
Okay.
What is it? It's not showing. Here, let me try this. Okay, there we go.
Ta-da!
So there's a whole big list of spells here on the right side of the screen. A good one, I'm just going to kind of recommend some just to speed things along, if that's cool with you.
Okay.
You're
Sweet.
currently sharing the map.
Yes.
What? My screen is not the map. Boom. How's that? Still the map?
So that
You must be sharing just that one window.
Here we go.
Instead
I
of the
figured it
screen.
out. I figured it out.
There you go.
I'm the least tech savvy person here, so thank you for bearing with me.
Gotcha.
So yeah, Sydney, I'll recommend a couple good spells for you.
Okay.
Control Flames is an awesome one because you can choose flames that you see and you can expand the flame or extinguish it or make it take certain shapes. It's just kind of a fun one to have. So we'll give you that one. Shillelagh, besides being fun to say, can turn your staff into like imbue it with nature's power. And so it just does more damage. So you could even choose if you wanted to like have it suddenly be wrapped in thorns, or you can add whatever magical flair you want to it, which is fun.
Okay.
So those are your 2 cantrips, which a cantrip means you can cast it as many times as you want. The other spells you get a limited amount per day to cast. So you get 4 of those.
I just realized that means with shillelagh, if you have a bunch of twigs, you could just grow a twig into a shillelagh and just be hucking giant staffs at people.
Technically, you could. That is possible.
All right.
Purify food and drink is a good one, Sydney. That way, if someone tries to poison your food or something, you can like purify it.
Okay.
And then Good Berry gives you food. Like you can just make magical berries that people can eat and be full for the rest of the day. And then do you want Animal Friendship, where you can convince a beast that you mean it no harm and have it befriend you?
I do feel like that would be helpful in this situation.
Yes. That could come in very handy. And then Ice Knife is a good, if you ever need to like fight someone off, this can deal a lot of damage. It's a good spell, so I'd recommend that one as well. Sweet. You have all your spells. So now on your character sheet where it says actions, if you click on spells, it will give you a list of all those spells, and you can click on them for descriptions if you need.
Thank you.
Sweet. Yeah. And can you roll initiative now, Sydney, and let me know what number you get?
Yes, I got a 21.
Ooh, nice. That's
All right.
awesome. Ari, 21. And Katie, what was your initiative?
23.
Oh, very high. Nice. All right. And so, Katie, you get to go first, and I'm going to draw up a very quick map of what's happening. But stepping outside of the compound, you see that there is a pack of giant hyenas that are like, I mean, they're giant. They're like the size of a car. There's like 4 of them. And they are charging at you guys, or there's 5 of them, sorry. There's 5 of them coming down a sand dune and running at you guys. They are about 60 feet away. What do you want to do, Katie?
Well, since one of my character traits was intimidation, could I use that for something
Sure.
to like scare them or
Absolutely.
to make them hesitate for a bit?
Yep. What do you want to do specifically to have them do that?
I'm going to growl at them very aggressively.
Nice. Roll that intimidation check. I like it. Let's see if it succeeds or not.
Okay. I got a 17.
Okay, so they are frightened of you, which means that they are going to avoid you, Katie. And they, if they do try to attack you, they're going to have disadvantage, which means it's harder for them to hit you. So
Nice.
good job. That was your action. Do you want to move closer to them or stay in the position you're at?
I'll move closer to them.
Okay, nice. So I'm going to put you on the map. Let me find my pencil real quick. Give me a moment here. I've been DMing over play-by-post so much lately. I haven't done live DMing in quite some time where I'm like, oh, I got to do this on the spot. This is exciting here. All right, so Aurora is going to step forward while Ari and Roxit and Laird and Vigor are back here, and there's also Vilken, your guide, and Haman the Knight. So that's kind of a map of where you guys are at. And there's the 5 giant hyenas charging at you. Awesome, awesome. So, Ari, you are next. What would you like to do?
I have that longbow.
Yes, you do.
So I think from the doorway, I'm going to try to shoot them.
Perfect. Roll an attack. So on your character sheet, you will want to go to actions, and then where it says longbow, there's a +5. Click that, and it'll roll for you.
Hang on. Actions, longbow, +5. And I got 20.
Ooh, that's a hit for sure. So now you're going to roll damage to see how much damage you do to it. So where it says 1d8 +3, click that and it'll roll your damage for you. And that should be right next to the +5 that you just clicked.
Oh, 1d8 +3. And then I got 9.
Nice. So you deal 9 damage, which is awesome. So you shoot and you hit one of the giant hyenas right in the collar, and it kind of stops and growls and continues to charge, but you've wounded it badly. Nicely done. So it has 9 less health now. And so next up is going to be Laird. What do you do?
Well, I can tell that we're going to be fucked. So I am also going to stand in the doorway, and I'm going to push up my glasses a bit, and I'm going to take out my longbow and aim as well as I can and try and go for a hit.
Perfect. Roll for it, my friend. Are you aiming at the same one that Ari just hit, or at a different one?
Yes, I am. I'm aiming at the same one.
Perfect.
And I would also like to say natural 20.
Yes. So a natural 20 means he deals 2 dice of damage instead of 1. So it's like double damage almost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you want me to roll the dice twice or same number doubled?
Roll the dice twice.
You got it.
Thank you for asking.
Okay, that's a 7 and a 7. Okay, 14 plus 2 on the longbow. That is 16 points of damage.
All right. You hit the lead hyena right in the head with an arrow, and it stumbles and like falls through and kicks up a bunch of dust as it goes down. But that's 1 giant hyena down, 4 to go.
Ha! Suck it, you mangy leopard dog.
All right. And next up is going to be Vigor. There are 4 giant hyenas charging at you.
So Vicor is going to, well, I guess first person, right? So I'm going to aim my quarterstaff just very slightly at the one left of the lead.
Cool.
And cast a firebolt out of it.
Ooh, very nice.
And 16 to hit.
16 does hit. Absolutely.
7 damage.
Very nice. Very nice. So giant hyena number 2 takes 7 damage. And it is at about half health now. So you see the firebolt hit it, and it burns its shoulder, and a bunch of the hair is singed off, and it yelps and continues coming at you. but it is wounded quite bad. And Roxit, you are up next.
All right. I am just going to run forward with my, as far as I can, with my 30 foot of movement, pulling out my, what do I have? I just said I had a mace. That's
Oh, nice. Very
I'm just
cool.
gonna charge forward with the mace, and if I can reach them, I will just go ahead and take a swing at one of them.
Yeah, so because they're charging forward, you guys kind of collide, so you are able to go ahead and attack number 4. It's close to you.
Or am I able to get in range of get 2 of them within a 5 foot range or more?
No, not quite yet.
Okay.
On your next turn, you'll be able to, but
And I'll just swing with the mace. I just said I was going to pull this up on my phone, and then I forgot. I don't know why, but it is taking forever for the rolling to go through.
I can also roll a
Bye.
d20 for you if you need, Will. I got one handy.
Got some as well.
By the way, Katie and Sydney,
green
since
speed.
we'll do a couple episodes of this, I'll ship you guys a dice set so you have physical ones you can roll just for fun. So I'll message you guys during the week to pick colors and stuff for your
Oh,
dice. Yeah.
There's a 14.
Normally we'll be in the same place, so we could just share one.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, next week you'll be at the same place. That works. Would you roll, Will? A 14?
14.
Nice. That hits. Roll damage.
I'm just pulling this up on my phone real quick.
Yeah,
so
you're good,
that
man. No worries.
I figure it will be faster for me to load this on my phone than it is to try to roll this on the computer. That does
Yeah,
not
for some
want to
reason
cooperate.
D&D Beyond hates you today, man. I don't know why.
4 damage.
Okay, nice. It takes 4 damage, which is about a quarter of its health, you can tell, as you hit it in the side with your mace. And then next up, the giant hyenas are going to go. So number 1 sprints around and gets near Katie, but it is afraid of you, so it's going to kind of be timid and kind of getting close but growling at you. But it uses up all of its movement, so it can't attack you this turn. So there is a giant hyena near you, which is like the size of a Saint Bernard, so it's pretty scary. And then number 2 is going to sprint around and try to get close to Laird and to Ari. Number 3 is dead. Number 4 is going to attack Rogvit because you just attacked it with a mace. And that hits because it's a 24 hits you, correct?
No, actually, no. Yeah.
Okay, I was going to
That's
say, I was like,
simple.
geez.
Immediate tank, level 1 tank.
Yes. So
Yeah.
let me get my D6.
My armor's pretty good, but not quite that good.
3 sets of plate armor. My walking speed is 5 feet per minute, but I'll be damned if I get hit.
But Will, you do take 7 damage as it bites you in the forearm.
That is not good.
No, it's not. So you guys see that this giant hyena runs up and bites your cleric Rogvit right on his arm.
Bad dog. Bad dog.
Serves you right, you chipper bastard.
No.
And finally, Hyena 5 is going to sprint past that and get close to Vigor and to Ari. So this is what the map looks like now, with those numbers kind of close to you guys. And now Haman the Knight, he's going to draw his big sword and go, "For my parents' honor!" And he runs forward and he trips right as he runs and just face plants right in the dirt and is totally useless to you guys. Vilken, the guy who's going to guide you across, however, he's going to pull out a longbow and try to shoot at one of the hyenas. Oh, my dice got caught on a cord there. And he actually misses. His arrow goes wide and just barely misses the hyena, so he doesn't hit it. So we are back to the top of the order. Katie, what would you like to do?
Okay, I'm going to throw my axe at the one closest to me.
Okay, perfect. That's hyena number 1. So go ahead and on your character sheet.
Might I interject a second?
Of course.
Katie, you as a barbarian have this awesome feature that you can use as a bonus action called Rage. And by activating Rage, it's going to increase your ability to hit. It's going to be under your features and traits on your sheet, and it might be something that helps out your attacks.
Good to know. It's under my features and traits.
Yep, that's going to be if you're looking at like actions, spells, and inventory.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I can't believe I forgot to bring up Rage. That's like such an integral barbarian.
I had a lot of fun playing a barbarian on Friday night, just to kind of like step in for our friends. So
yeah,
the Rage is still at the top of the mind.
Nice.
So I just do the uses 1.
Just go ahead and click it. You get it once per day.
Oh, okay.
Once per long rest. Yeah, but it lasts for 10 minutes, so it's really good.
Cool. And then I do the attack one.
Yep, you go back to action and click the whatever plus number is next to your hand axe, and that'll tell us if your hand axe hits.
Where's the hand axe at?
Let me pull up your character sheet real quick.
Inventory?
Oh no, go to actions.
Actions.
Yes.
I only see. Oh, I see it. Okay.
Yeah, it should be +4.
Yeah. So I got a 7.
Ooh, a 7 does not hit. So you throw your hand axe and you throw it too hard because you're like angry at these guys. You're like, I just saw that nice guy get bit by a freaking hyena. So you throw your hand axe and you throw it too hard and it lands in the dirt, like kind of not right in front of you, but like between you and the hyena. So it doesn't hit it, but good effort.
Okay.
You can also move or you can stay where you're at on your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm going to walk towards the axe.
Okay. Just to get closer so you can grab it on your next turn. Makes sense. All right. Ari, you are up. There is a hyena to your right about 10 feet away and another one to your left about 15 feet away.
Does my animal handling have a distance to it, or can I give that a shot?
You can absolutely give that a shot. So let me pull up your character sheet real quick to see what's the best way to do this.
Okay.
Because I know you have a spell as well. So let me check. So for animal friendship, this lets you convince a beast that you mean it no harm. And they have to be within 30 feet. So there is a range to it. And let's see, this beast has an intelligence of 2, so that's perfect. So if you'd like to cast that spell, you can choose one of the hyenas and use magic to convince it that you're of no threat to it, so it'll leave you alone. Do you want to do that?
Yes, to the closest one to me.
Okay, perfect. That is hyena number 5. So for this one, you don't have to roll anything. The hyena is actually going to roll, and it has to get... let's see, a wisdom saving throw. So it gets a +1 on this roll, and it has to get less than a 13. And it rolled a 19, so it actually resists your spell, and it still is hostile. Yes, but good try. Next up, and do you want to move for your turn? Do you want to move further away from it into the bunker or get closer to it?
I think I'm going to stay cowering in the doorway.
Okay, perfect. That sounds good. Next to Laird, who's also in the doorway. And speaking of Laird, it is your turn next, my friend.
Well, this is fantastic. Can I see that map again?
Yes. Let me actually, I've been mentally having you and Ari in the doorway, but I'm actually putting you guys in the doorway now real quick.
Excellent.
Haman is tripped outside. So here we go. It's really hard to see, but Laird and Ari are right in the doorway. Haman has tripped and is face planted in the sand. That is Vigor, and that is Vilken, the guide. And these are each hyenas. Katie's up here, and there's another hyena.
Awesome. How far away is
up here? Another hyena.
How far away are 2 and 5?
They are 2 is 10 feet from you. 5 is 15 feet. And they are 10 feet apart from each other, kind of making a triangle.
Well, I guess I'm going to I'm going to go with my longbow, and I'm going to shoot 5.
Perfect. Roll an attack, my friend.
It's close, but fuck it. That is a 17 plus 4. That's 21.
That absolutely hits.
All right.
I love that you do your dice rolls in character voice. That's extra.
Yep. And that's an 8 plus 2. Well, you know what? It's just an impression of my uncle, who'd be very pissed if he heard me doing this.
That's awesome.
Because he'd probably say I don't sound like that at all, and he'd be right. So that's 10 total damage.
Nice. You knock it down to half health with an arrow right to the chest. Well done.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And I don't really have any other actions, and I'd like to stay in the doorway.
Perfect. All right. Vigor, it is your turn. Sorry, Vicor.
Vicor, yeah, makes it really difficult. So looks like I have the ability to do is an opportunity attack. Does that mean it's in reaction to something that happens? Or is it
Yes, if they attack you or not if they attack you, if they disengage from you while you guys are really close together, you can attack them as they move.
got it? Okay, cool.
Yes.
I'll cast some fairy fire.
Ooh, nice. What's the radius on that? You could probably hit 2 and 5 if you wanted.
So each object in a 20-foot cube.
That does it. You can hit.
Range.
Actually, you can hit 1, 2, and 5.
Yeah,
And you'll just miss Katie. She's right on the edge of it. So Aurora's right on the edge of that radius, so she won't get hit by it.
Yeah, so I'll cast that, and that will I'll outline everyone in blue because blue's the color.
Yes, it is.
And let's see.
Everyone will get advantage on their attacks against them.
Yep. So that'll be my turn, I guess, right? Because that's
a spell.
action.
You can also move if you'd like. You could go inside the bunker or move around on one of the sides. Totally up to you.
I'll back towards the bunker, but not towards the door, just towards the wall.
Perfect. Okay. Awesome. You do this. So everyone, you see 3 of the 4 hyenas are suddenly outlined in this magical blue glow. And you can actually see a little bit through their skin and see their organs, like their heart pumping and their lungs filling up. So you're like, oh, I can see their internal organs. If I'm going to hit them, I know where to go. So you'll be able to pinpoint your strikes on your next turn. So super awesome, Caleb. Rogzit, you are up, my friend.
All right.
You are engaged with hyena number 4. It is biting your arm currently.
Yeah, well, I am going to just bop him on the noggin with my mace.
Excellent.
No, down. Which should be.
If you rolled a 1, that would be really funny.
That would be hilarious. This healer dies right away.
Oh gosh, that'd be really bad.
14.
Nice. Okay, you hit it. That's good. You bop it on the head.
For 4 more damage.
Excellent. Let me write that down. It is at about half health now. And now the hyenas get to do their attacks.
Oh, I'm actually just gonna bonus action.
Yes.
Healing word on myself.
Perfect.
Because I am a bad healer.
No, that's good. Heal yourself up.
And
With
I
magic.
am back up to full health.
Perfect. So Katie, the hyena near you is going to attack you, but because it's afraid of you, it gets disadvantage, which means I'm going to roll 2 dice and we use the lower one. So it has a much lower chance of success. It rolled a 16 for its lowest one. So let me look at your character sheet. Or can you tell me, Katie, what your armor class is?
13.
13? Okay. So it does hit you, but you've got pretty good health. So it does go to bite you, and it bites you in the leg. And you take 8 damage. So up in the top right where it shows your hit points and it says 13,
Mhm.
If you want to put in the little box to the left of it, put 8 and then put damage, and
Is that piercing damage?
it is. Oh, so she's resistant. So you
Yeah.
only take 4
Oh.
actually because you're
Nice.
enraged.
Because you're raging.
Because you're raging.
Okay.
Nice. All right. So it bites you in the leg, but because you're raging, you barely even feel the pain. You're like, I'm gonna get this hyena. It ain't nothing
Got
to
that
me.
adrenaline rush.
Exactly. So hyena 2 is going to sprint for Haman the Knight and attack him while he's on the ground. And because he's on the ground, it gets advantage on that attack. So it definitely does damage. Ooh. So it rolled 13 damage. So it goes and runs over and it bites Haman, the big knight, right in the neck. And you see a bunch of blood spurt out and he screams and goes, ah, ah. And it doesn't look good for him. It doesn't look good at all. Hyena number 4 is going to try to bite Rogvit. What's your AC, Rogvit?
17.
Yeah, it misses for sure. So it rears back and tries to bite you again, and your armor just takes it and nothing happens.
I'm ready this time. Just move the shield over.
Nice.
No, stop.
So you stopped it there, and then number 5 is going to go for Vigor. Try to bite you.
Oh snap!
It rolls a 16. Does that hit you?
Barely.
Oh no. Okay. So you take 7 damage.
Okay.
How you doing?
I got 2 HP left.
Ooh. So you guys see that a hyena like tackles Vigor and just knocks him to the ground and bites at his chest, and you see him struggling with it. So he needs some help from you guys for sure. Your guide Vilken, he's gonna run over actually and try to kick the hyena off of you, Vigor. I keep saying Vigor, it's Vicor. And he succeeds.
Yeah.
Vicar, yes. Keep correcting me, I'll get it right eventually. So he does 8 damage. He runs up and he pulls out a long sword and just cuts the hyena in half off of you. So your guide comes over and saves your life. So there are only.
Thank you, sir. I say as I stand back up.
He helps you to your feet and goes, "Of course." His gray, wise eyes gleaming in the desert sunlight. And Aurora, it is your turn. There are only 3 hyenas left. There's the one that just bit you in the leg, right in front of you.
Can I grab the axe? Is that still?
Yes,
on
you
the
can.
ground?
It's right next to you.
Do I have to like roll for that, or do I just?
No, we'll just say you pick it up, and then because you're right next to it, you can do an attack.
Okay, cool. I'll do that. I'll
Sweet.
throw the axe at him again.
You can just try to hit him with the. You don't have to throw it.
Oh,
You can just,
excuse me.
unless you want to.
My
I mean,
lack
it's up
of
to you.
weapon knowledge.
It's up to you. You can just.
I'm
Just hold it.
thinking of those places you go and you like have to throw it into the.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, all right. So I'll hit the hyena.
Nice.
And
I mean, when you really get that adrenaline going, it's right in front of you. Just throw the
Yeah.
axe away.
okay, I'm going back to the attack button. Okay. Okay, I got 17 this time.
Ooh, heck yeah, that definitely hits. So now you roll your damage, which next to the hand axe, it'll say 1d6 plus 2. Click on that, and that'll tell us how much damage you do to it.
It says 3.
Okay. So you hit it for 3. So you kind of you don't get a really good hit on it. You just kind of like glance it a little bit. But you do some damage to it, you know?
A little paper cut.
A little paper cut. But with that, it is Ari's turn next. What do? You're in the doorway with Laird, and you see that there is one hyena over by Haman the Knight, biting him while he's on the ground. And then there's one fighting the little rabbit friend of yours, and then there's a farther one with Rogvit. Those are the 3 hyenas left.
I think with my longbow, I'm gonna go after the one that is biting Haman.
Cool.
So I'm gonna draw another arrow and attempt to shoot it.
Awesome.
And I rolled an 18.
That hits. Nice.
Nice.
So then roll for damage to see how much damage you do to it.
Damage is 10.
Nice. That kills it. You shoot it right in the neck, and it kind of, and then just goes down. So nicely done. And with that hit, actually, the other 2 hyenas are going to turn and run away since 3 of them have been knocked down. So you guys are out of combat. You survived your first combat encounter. Well done.
Woo!
Everyone gets, let me look up how much XP these guys are worth. You guys get 300 experience points from that, which should bump you up to level 2.
Woo!
And how you do that is you click on basically your name, and then there'll be a pop-up, and then down below it'll say manage experience.
Yep.
It's the second option underneath my character.
How
And
many?
then you can
do we
click
have?
that. Then you can
300.
click that big old anvil and actually up your level stuff.
Yeah. And as soon as we do that, we'll end the session for tonight. But that was a good, fun first session, guys. Great job, everyone.
Right.
So there's no way to have it automatically update your level, right? You have to go in and edit in and change it to level 2.
Yes.
Okay.
But it should have an indicator next to it. Like if you put 300 XP,
Yeah.
when
Yeah,
you
it
go into
did
the
when you
level,
went
it's-
into that
Yeah.
builder. Yeah.
but I wish it was automatic also. That would be cool.
Ooh, artificer infusions.
Yeah. Oh, those are great.
Yeah, you get some fun stuff.
Okay.
So Katie, for yours, you should get does it say like reckless attack when you go to level 2 for barbarian?
Let's see. Where would it? When I go to what?
Caleb, do you want to share your screen real quick to show them?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. And I'm actually going to stop recording for the night real quick here. Thanks for everyone who watched this. I hope it was educational. If you have questions about D&D, comment on it, and we're happy to help you. Have a great night.